1865. Northern Canada. A Hudson Bay Company trader closes his ledger after recording another devastating year. Lynx pelts, down almost 90%. Snowshoe hare pelts, crashed. The 10th time in a century this pattern repeated itself. 2008. Wall Street. Housing prices collapse following the exact same mathematical curve. 2022. Social media feeds go silent. Crypto fortunes vanish overnight. NFT collections become digital ghost towns. 3 different centuries, 3 completely different worlds, but somehow the same pattern. How is this possible? Tonight, we follow the trail. Our first piece of evidence takes us to the boreal forests of North America. Here, beneath the cathedral silence of ancient pines, a war has been waging for millennia. In this frozen theater, nature has been conducting the same deadly experiment for thousands of years. Meet the combatants: snowshoe hares, the hunted; Canadian lynx, the hunters. For 90 years, the Hudson Bay Company recorded every casualty of this endless war. What they discovered in these wilderness archives was extraordinary. Every 10 years, like clockwork, this war would escalate to total chaos, then collapse into eerie silence. Act 1. The invasion. When predators are few and scattered, hares multiply like a conquering army. Food is abundant. Territory is undefended. At peak occupation, you'd find 1,500 hares in a single square kilometer. An army so dense, the forest floor moves like a living carpet. Act 2. The counterattack. With prey everywhere, lynx emerge from hiding. They feast like warlords, claiming 2 hares every 3 days. Their numbers explode. But here's the tactical error. The lynx forces don't peak when hares peak. They mobilize 1 to 2 years behind enemy lines. Act 3. Mutual destruction. Predation pressure reaches a critical mass. Hares become shell-shocked. Reproduction fails, and the population collapses like a retreating army. The lynx? They keep winning battles for a while, hunting down the traumatized survivors. But then, starvation. The victors become victims of their own success. The hunters starve in their conquered territory. Fast forward 150 years. Different battlefields, different armies, same war. After the dot-com crash, the Federal Reserve flooded the economy with cheap money. Credit became the new abundant prey. Just like hares multiplying in favorable conditions, mortgage lending exploded. Between 2004 and 2006, over $3 trillion poured into non-traditional mortgage lending, including the notorious ninja mortgages. No income, no job, no assets required. But let's look at a battlefield you know better. 2020. Lockdowns create the perfect hunting ground. Everyone's online, algorithms are hungry, and attention is the new prey. Content creators multiply like digital lynx. Dance challenges, life hacks, crypto tips, everyone's hunting for viral moments. According to Forbes, the highest earning TikTok creators saw a 200% increase in earnings from 2020 to 2021. Brands pour money into influencer partnerships. Everyone becomes a predator hunting the same prey. Your scroll time. Back to 2006. Banks created ninja mortgages. No income, no job, no assets required. The financial equivalent of hunting without tracking skills. Subprime mortgages grew from 5% to 20% of all loans. $600 billion worth of ammunition in this lending war. 2007. Housing prices began falling. 2022. Engagement rates plummet. Ad revenues crash. Creator funds disappear. Just like the lynx die-off, the digital predators started starving. Meta lost $13 billion on the metaverse. Netflix shed 200,000 subscribers. The percentage of creators earning 6 figures dropped from 10% to just 4%. Whether you're hunting with mortgages, algorithms, or claws, when the prey disappears, the hunters face the same fate. Our final piece of evidence reveals the most unsettling truth of all. This isn't about greed versus nature or digital versus physical. It's about something far more fundamental. Resource feedback loops. They're everywhere, and they follow the same mathematical laws whether you're a lynx, a loan officer, or a lifestyle influencer. Wyoming's coal rushes, Dutch tulip mania, the dot-com bubble, Beanie Baby collecting, Pokemon card trading, even fidget spinner crazes. The pattern is universal because psychology is universal. Success breeds more success until it breeds its own destruction. Whether you have claws, a calculator, or a camera phone, you make the same cognitive error, mistaking temporary abundance for permanent opportunity. The revelation? Human markets aren't separate from nature. They are nature, just with Wi-Fi and better lighting. Now we see the full ecosystem. Every boom-bust cycle follows the same 4-stage hunt. Stage 1, abundant prey creates hunting opportunities. Stage 2, predators multiply, and compete for resources. Stage 3. Overhunting depletes the prey population. Stage 4. Predator population crashes from starvation. But here's the trap that catches every generation. Each stage feels different when you're living through it. The boom feels permanent. The hunting feels sustainable. The crash feels unprecedented. A 22-year-old sees YouTubers buying Lamborghinis and thinks the creator economy will last forever. A 45-year-old saw house prices rising for 5 years and thought they'd never fall. The cycle never stops because there's always fresh prey and naive hunters entering the battlefield. So how do you survive a pattern that's written into the fabric of reality itself? The signs are already forming. AI startups valued at billions with minimal revenue. Every teenager thinking they'll be an influencer. Housing markets hitting new peaks in major cities. In nature, the survivors aren't the apex predators. They're the adaptable ones who conserve energy during booms and stay flexible during busts. First, live like you're always 2 seasons away from winter. Save cash, reduce debt, diversify income streams. When everyone else is hunting the same trend, you'll have options. Second, remember that crashes create the best hunting grounds. The biggest fortunes are made during busts, not booms. The ecosystem always recovers. New prey emerges. New hunters adapt. The cycle continues. The boom-bust echo is already sounding again. Can you hear it? The only question is, will you be the hunter, the hunted, or the one who watches from a safe distance, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? What boom-bust cycles have you witnessed in your lifetime, your industry, your feed? Drop your theories below. Which modern bubbles should we investigate next? AI? Dating apps? Sneaker collecting? Remember, every pattern leaves a trail. We follow it.